Happy Friday. It says that it's still notifying everybody that I'm going live, so I'm going to give it a few minutes before I get started. I'm so excited to be back live on TikTok. Happy Friday. Thank y'all so much for joining. I'm just giving it a few minutes so that it can notify all the people that I'm live. Um, so that people can come and soak up all of this good information. I'm so excited to talk about lactation. One of my favorite things, obviously, is I'm a certified breastfeeding specialist. While you all are joining, if you want to go ahead and start leaving questions in the comments, that's totally fine and appreciated. If you just want to say hi, that is absolutely fine too. I'm going to get my demo doll over here before my toddler can come snatch it, so I can go through some positions during the live as well. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Have some water, and then we'll get started. And thank you so much if you're joining today, and if you were also here last night as I talked about birth planning. I feel like it was such a good chat. I'm not sure about the replay. Hopefully technology is on our side and there will be a replay from last night. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you all so much for all of the support. I have enjoyed so much building this community on TikTok, talking about all of my favorite things: women's health, pregnancy, postpartum. And I am just so grateful for all of you. I am so grateful. Hi, and like I mentioned before, please feel free to leave questions in the comments below while I'm talking. I'm planning just to talk about like what a lactation consultant is, what we do, and some breastfeeding basics. And I guess I should say hi. I am Ray. I am a nurse, a doula, and a certified breastfeeding specialist on my way to becoming an IBCLC, which has been my dream career for some years now. And so I'm so excited to be getting closer and closer to my goal. And I'm really excited to be working with Ruth Health, a company that is passionate about changing women's health and maternity care, postpartum support in this country, because it is so needed. And we are doing that by providing telehealth services that are affordable and accessible, right? So I think back to who I was when I was postpartum from having my son, and I really needed to see a lactation consultant, but I felt like a private one was out of my budget, and getting to WIC was a problem, being that I had a tear and I had to bring a newborn with me to the appointments. Driving was so uncomfortable, and I just wish that I would have been able to see somebody virtually. And that is why I was so excited to work for Ruth Health, because I feel like I get to serve people like me. So I'm really appreciative to be here with such an amazing team. And be sure that you head to the link in the bio to check out all of our services. There's a special code exclusive for our TikTok family that makes our already affordable services even more affordable, because we want you to have the support that you deserve. So go to the link in bio after the live, check out all of our services. We have C-section recovery, we have pelvic floor therapy, and lactation support, obviously. And I'm so excited because we're going to be talking about lactation today. You're so welcome. I'm just so excited about Ruth Health and all that we have to offer. So yeah, we're going to be talking about lactation support today, and I figured we could just talk a little bit about some of the basics of breastfeeding, right? So like maybe going over the positions, because that's something that I really struggled with in the beginning, is how do I get comfortable and am I doing this right? And so obviously with all positions you might have to tweak it a little bit for your body, but these are just some of the basic positions when you think about breastfeeding. And I'll start like with laid back breastfeeding because that's commonly what you start with in the golden hour, as you're just soaking up all of those newborn cuddles and you're in the bed and you're kind of like laid back, right? So here's my little fake boob, and obviously this is up higher, so I want to make sure you get in the camera. So with laid back breastfeeding, you might have your baby just laid back, and then they're just kind of like bobbing around looking for the boob because they're just born, and then they're like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, oh, I can smell this milk, I'm just gonna bob around until I find the boob. And you would likely, if you're in the hospital, you're having, the nurses might help you with that first latch, or if you're having a home birth or something, your midwife will. And it's kind of just easy and it flows. And some people like this position moving forward, as it just chills out. It wasn't one of my favorites, but some people do like laid back breastfeeding. And like I mentioned, it's commonly done in the golden hour if you're having a hospital birth. And we talked about all the reasons why that's so important last night. So my next favorite position for newborns that need lots and lots of neck support, let me scoot this back a little bit, is actually not the cradle, right? Because I'm gonna get to my favorite position. When we think about the classic breastfeeding position, we think about somebody who is just holding their baby like this, cradled right here in their arm, and it's just so sweet. But most of us, we cradle our baby in the crook of our arm, and that's all the way over here, right? Where's your breast? You need to latch the baby all the way around here. So it ends up being really uncomfortable and feeling really forced, in my opinion and in my experience. So what I like to do instead of the cradle, especially for newborns, is the cross cradle. So this way you get to support their head and their neck this way. And then if you have large breasts or you're struggling with latching or anything, you have a free hand here to make sure that they really get a nice deep latch, and that they're supported. And of course you can use like a pillow up underneath because you want to make sure. So to answer the question about my favorite position was actually side lying, and it did take me a while to master it with a newborn, but once you get the hang of it, it's the best because you can just kind of sort of just hang out and lay in the bed together, and they can do their thing, and you aren't worried about like supporting their head or anything. So when you think about side lying, like you're just laying on your side and you and the baby are kind of like cuddled up like this. And I mean, warning, you, it can make you sleepy, but it's the best, especially if you have a cluster feeding baby that wants to nurse all the time. And bonus, if your hands are free because the baby is supported by the bed, you have a free hand to have your snacks, because nourishing your body is really important when you're breastfeeding, especially in the early postpartum period. Another one that I wish that I would have known about beforehand that I don't see mentioned a lot is dangle feeding. I'm not going to do a demo here, but essentially you're on all fours and you're feeding your baby. And I wish that I would have known that was a thing when I experienced my first clogged milk duct, because dangle feeding got rid of it faster than any warm compress, faster than any massager, anything. Just standing over the bed and letting my baby nurse and get that thing out. So I wish we talked about dangle feeding a whole lot more. Let's see. Oh, so I guess we'll talk a little bit about the football holds. How can you book an appointment with me? I'm so excited to get this question because I would love to offer you some support. So what you can do is you can head over to the link in bio, go to the website, and you can book a session with me. And because you're coming from the TikTok family, there's a code there, TT20, to give you 20% off any session, or you can book one of our amazing packages, which is going to give you all of the support that you need, so you get multiple sessions with me. which is exciting because we have so much to talk about depending on where you are. And that's one thing that I want people to know, is that lactation support is not just a breastfeeding class in the beginning, and it's not just navigating through the newborn phase, but we can support you at all stages of your journey. Yes, you can book with me. Yes, you can absolutely do that. It's not just for in the beginning, right? We can support you through going back to work, for example. And it's better to do that before and come up with a plan, like when you want to introduce a bottle, like coming up with a pumping session, making sure that you understand your pump, just all of the changes that come along with going back to work. Or once your baby starts teething, if you're struggling with biting, I'll offer you some suggestions on how to stop that immediately, and just, offer that amazing BFF support that we offer here at Ruth Health. Also, if you're ready to stop breastfeeding, I can also help you navigate weaning and the hormonal shift that comes afterwards. And if you need ideas and tips on how to wean, figuring out what's right for you, there's no right or wrong time to wean. You have to do what's best for you and your babies, obviously. And I'm here to support you through all of that. And I wish more people knew that. I definitely hit my same lactation consultant up that helped me when my son had a tongue tie. I used her again, and I was like, help, I am ready to wean. I have no idea what I'm doing. Please help me. So we are always here to support you. And even if you are navigating something like a tongue tie, or if you feel like you have low supply, if you're concerned about these things beforehand, I offer prenatal sessions where we can talk about the basics of breastfeeding. We can talk about how to understand if your baby's getting enough milk, like what's normal, what's not normal baby behavior, red flags, what to look out for. We can talk about all the things in prenatal sessions, and then after you have your baby, we can navigate anything that may come up. Y'all are so sweet, and I appreciate you so much. Yes, please use the code book with me. I would love to meet you and see you all one-on-one. Just a reminder that there's a code in the bio, and then we also have that amazing welcome offer where you get 2 sessions. So please check out all of our the code TT20, and it's also in the link in the bio. And I am here to support you all through ever. And just a reminder to check out our amazing blog, because there's so many resources on there. There's blog posts up about breastfeeding basics, breastfeeding positions, like proper milk storage, how to thaw your milk, like how long it's good on the counter, in the freezer, in the refrigerator, where to put it in the refrigerator, tongue ties. Like, there's so many amazing resources on the site. So go over to the site, look around, and see what is right for you. And I would absolutely love to support you on your journey. Yes, I am going to take a minute to see if I missed any questions, and be sure to leave me some in the comments. I am so grateful for all of the support and all of the community that we're building here on TikTok. Again, I'm Ray, a nurse, doula, certified breastfeeding specialist, and I'm so excited to be a part of the Ruth Health team. And I'm so excited to be changing the way that care is provided and offered in this country. I'm so happy that I'm able to serve people in an affordable way, and I get to be accessible to so many people this way. And I'm forever grateful to be a part of the team. And thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I will definitely be back doing more TikTok live. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer on live, anything that you want me to dive into, any specific things related to lactation, feel free to message me or comment under a video, and I will be more than grateful to do that for you. I hope that you all have such a great weekend. Don't forget to reach out via the link in the bio. Check out all of our offerings.